It's Johnny Jones Lemire at home, and this is going to be a poorly edited and produced video. I'm going pretty much off the cuff here. There's not going to be a script or anything. And why I'm doing that is because I'm responding directly to Eric from Farpoint Farms, who made a video the other day talking about how he feels as though YouTube has gotten so competitive that we don't have time to sit and talk to each other. And I had a few interesting things I wanted to say, or things that I thought were interesting. At least that's up to you. So I don't know if you've seen the video that he made, but essentially what he's talking about is I had left a comment on one of his videos. It's a cooking video. However, a cooking video he's not going to get many views on, and the algorithm, because YouTube has an algorithm that essentially says this person put out so many certain kinds of videos. Let's say you put out 5 or 6 car videos, and then you put out how to make a sandwich tutorial. Trust me, it's not going to push the sandwich tutorial to the car guys. It's just going to be dead in the water. So you're sort of locked into a niche. So when he does something like make a food video, which he enjoys doing, he doesn't get any views whatsoever, and the algorithm is confused by it and actually reduces his watch time. It actually causes him a loss in net profit. And you might be wondering, Johnny, why are you watching Farpoint Farms cooking videos? And I'll tell you why. I was thinking about it. Do you remember, maybe you do, you see, I'm 34, but I'm pretty much your age, and the reason why I was raised by old people. I mean, really, my aunt, I was essentially raised by my great-great-aunt for a period of 10 years. And when she would make food for me, it was never top-of-the-line chef-quality food. It was just stuff she was taking out of containers, beans, whatever, potato soup. And she'd sit there and she'd make that for me. It wasn't the best food in the world, but she made it. You don't get that anymore. And I realized that I still watch stuff like that on YouTube. I still crave communication with people, because if you watch your aunt make any food now, she's going to be on her phone the whole time, or listening to a podcast on her phone. She's going to be ignoring you. These things have ruined, let's not say America, it's pretty much ruined every country that isn't third world. If you're still not using rocks to start fires, a smartphone has ruined your life in some way. And I feel the same way. I feel like that's why, as a CB radio community, people do appreciate personal videos, which is why I made another channel called 10-4 with Johnny Jones, where I try to talk to you guys, listen to your voicemails, respond to comments in a way that doesn't feel sterile. However, if I have to make a video, I am always more concerned with the general audience. And the reason why I'm more concerned with the general audience is because I know you guys will stick around. You guys will watch the video. You're dedicated, you will watch it. However, the general audience, if you have an intro that drags out too long, they're not going to watch your video. If you have a joke that only a few % of people might like, they're not going to watch it. For instance, my last video, I made a joke. It was basically me singing over the Canadian flag, and people didn't respond well to it. A lot of people left right after that. The rest of the video was great. But because I made a personal video, let's say I make a personal joke, or I sit down like I'm doing now, we're 3 minutes and 40 seconds in, how many of you are still left? I'd say probably at least half have already moved away from this video. That's going to tell the algorithm that this video is not any good, and not going to push it to anyone else. So maybe you like Johnny Jones at home, and you like hearing about my life, which I don't really know why you would, but let's say you do. However, the few random people that YouTube pushed this video out to decided not to watch it. Therefore, those people who really might be interested in your story, they never get to see it. So you might think, well, just do the opposite. You know, go for the opposite. Instead of making competitive videos and competitive thumbnails, just go out and be weird and different, and you'll attract people that way. No, that's not how it works anymore. You can make the most pristine thumbnail and you'll fit in with everybody else. You will fit in with everyone else. And what happens if you make the worst thumbnail? You don't fit in with everyone else. And you think, well, that's good, that makes you an exception. No, the algorithm doesn't push it. If people don't stick around for watch time, if they don't stick around and click on your video title or your thumbnail, by the way, a title, I can spend 20 hours on a video. I will spend at least 3 on a title. I spend 2 or 3 hours on a title because YouTube has made it to where you can only see on mobiles, I think 50 characters of a title. Now, that might seem, what's the problem there? You might wonder, what does that matter? Well, let me go ahead and go over this with you right now. I'm working on a video right now. Let me just show you something here. So, because I am only able to show around 50 characters on mobiles, and mobiles are where a lot of watch time comes from, I have to shorten my title. And I have to shorten my title to the point where it's almost clickbait. For instance, this next video is about me taking a radio. I'm taking a radio. I'm buying basically the cheapest stuff I can. I'm essentially spending $6 on all my CB materials and making a brand new setup in Canada because there's wildfires here. And I want people to know that, hey, they got rid of GMRS repeaters here. They're not legal in Canada. FRS ranges have been nerfed, or GMRS ranges. And at the States, you can get 50 watts GMRS. You can legally get 50 watts out of your GMRS rig. Here, it's 2. That's all you're capable of getting. So CB radio, when it comes to, emergencies, can be very useful here. So there's fires, there's chaos in the video, there's me going around and buying, or essentially trying to source junk to build this junk station. You see how this is already long-winded? So how are you supposed to put that in a title? Well, let's go over it. I'm in Canada, there's wildfires, and I'm making a CB radio from junk. That's already way too long. So you have to create something that's pretty clickbaity. This is sort of the only thing that'll fit. Finding a hidden community with junk. That's the title. Finding a hidden community with junk. Now, don't you think that's a bit of a stretch to say finding a hidden community with junk? Sure, a lot of people don't know about CB radio. A lot of people don't realize there's people talking over the airwaves out there. But is it really finding a hidden community with junk? Kinda. I don't get a lot of room to play with the description. So everything feels more like a lie. The titles feel more like a lie because I have to be able to convey what I mean in the video. I can't give a long title. Basically, YouTube will cut off that part of the title. You won't see it. People won't click on it. If they don't click on it, you won't see it pop up in your feed. If I don't make the video fast-paced enough or have a story to it, if there's a break like this, people aren't going to watch it, which kills the watch time. When the watch time drops below a certain threshold, the algorithm stops pushing your video. So, if I don't make a video that the general audience, some random guy who does not know me, a cold audience, if I make a video that a cold audience can't sit and watch for at least 3 minutes, you won't see the video. Unless you are diehard, every one of my videos you watch, just absolutely dedicated to everything that I do, you will not see that video. So the problem is, YouTube is boxing us into this robotic state where I have to make content that general audiences will like, which means I have to oversimplify stuff for you. Instead of using words like simplex or repeaters, I kind of have to dumb it down so that some random guy from Oklahoma, sorry Oklahomians, whatever you call those people, anyways, so some random guy can understand that, which is fine. I love teaching. I really do love teaching, and I love hearing from people and telling my story. However, it has become a pain to do. I mean, I don't know if you've seen Eric's videos, but Eric pumps out a lot of videos. The guy cannot sleep. There's no way the guy sleeps. He does everything. So he's got a job. He's got multiple different channels. He does everything, flips cars. So he puts out tons of videos. Now, because that's his strategy, he can collect a lot of views off those videos. My strategy is, I'm kind of a bum, and I sit around here and think about what could be cool in a video. What could be cool? What could I do? And unless I have a stroke of creative genius, I will sit here and stare at this pad forever. By the way, I didn't need this pad a couple of years ago. I could just make a video like this. So when I make a video, I have to put a lot of effort into it, a lot of time into it, which makes it daunting as hell to think, boy, what if that joke doesn't work? Oh, what if that cut doesn't work? What about the transition here? What am I really saying? Did I say that wrong? Let me double check it. I spend 12 hours roughly of pure research after the video is made, making sure you're going to be able to, are going to want to click on it, that the thumbnail is good enough for you to click on, that the algorithm is going to pick up what the video is about, make sure I say enough keywords in the description and the video itself to key the algorithm, that's what the video is about, and I also, have to rank in Google search results. So, all that to say, the CB community isn't built like that. The CB radio community, no, us, not just the CB radio community, people like us, and I'm not even going to say I'm one of the manly men. You have to look for Eric at that. Eric at Farpoint Farms, he is about what you guys are about. I can tell that. Motors, living off-grid, prepping, food conservation, preparation, radio, survival. That's what you guys are about. You guys are, and I've looked at the metrics, you're around 60 years old, let's say 55 years old to 80 years old. That is who watches my videos. You guys have enough attention span because you didn't grow up with this thing. That wasn't even mine. Because if you had grown up with that thing, your attention span would be so limited that you couldn't focus on these videos. So what you care about is the stories and what I'm doing and what Eric's doing, not so much about what you can buy, because let's face it, I love getting free stuff from companies, but if you have to sell your soul, it's not worth it. And if I don't make a video that's worth anything, let's say I just make a video like this talking to you guys, which there's probably, 3 or 4 people left now? If I make a video like this, advertisers say, sorry, you're just not really making great content. Now, this is an example. It's not actually throwing shade at F. Nearsey. These guys are great. They sent me a free soldering iron just because I didn't bring one to Canada, so I'm going to be making a video on that, or at least inserting it into my newest video. So all that to say, Eric and I, Mower Junkie, we have started to make videos, or started out making videos, to talk to you guys, to have a community of people, not to make money. But we have to play by the rules to a degree in order to invite more people to the channel, to have more of a community. So even if I wasn't money oriented, which I can't deny I am, I'm trying to do this legitimately. So money does matter. I'm not going to deny that. I need money. My family needs money. Now, I do like giving back to you guys. That's why I have a second channel, which I don't care if it makes any money at all whatsoever. Come over there and talk to me. Say whatever you want, because I really do appreciate you guys. The advertisers are giving me money. I'm not trying to rake in your views to make dollars off you guys. It's about the advertisers themselves. So, long story short, because I didn't make a script for this, if you make a video, because the community of CB radio guys, mechanics, hobbyists, because you guys will listen to a story for more than 10 seconds, you've granted us the ability to really gain a lot of subscribers, a lot of wonderful community in a short period of time. Because realistically, if I was making gaming videos, I would have faced this from the beginning, right? Have to make it general. So I started out making videos for you guys, and it took me 5 years to figure out you're not growing. You're not growing not because people don't want to hear what you have to say. You're not growing because you're not pleasing the algorithm, which is then going to push you out to people who actually might be interested in what you're saying. So, catch-22. That's why I made my second channel, and that's why you can come over there, talk to me, I'll respond to comments. We just have fun. I sit there, talk like this. Anyways, I hope that sums it up. I wish Eric the best of luck too. I don't know how you do it. He certainly does a lot more than I possibly can, and yeah, that's just the way I am. I'm a slow one. My kind of videos are different, but we're all part of this community. And let's face it, year after year, this community shrinks. I don't think I had to spell out why, but it does, and it's sad. And eventually, if we keep going down this road, if I didn't make a second channel, I would be making general product reviews for people. And I really don't want it to come to that. I miss people. I miss talking to people. The world has changed. You're not crazy. I'm 34. I know the world's changed. I don't know. Anyways, all that to say, yeah. So that's why our content has changed in the last couple of years. Anyways, love you guys. God bless. It's Johnny Jones. I'm here at home. And I'll see you later. And come join me on 10-4 with Johnny Jones. I'll leave it in the description.